What's up? First, I think someone else beat you. What's going on? I've never been on YouTube Live before. Hello. Nice shirt. Thank you. I got it at Walmart. How was your top surgery experience? It was scary at first, like before having the surgery, but the recovery was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, for sure. I'm so sorry, Livy. I'm at work. Hopefully, I can watch it later. Yes, I hope you can too. Have a good shift. Walmart clothes are really the best. Like, literally all of my shirts are from Walmart. Is it true that you get the emotional crash after surgery? Um, what do you mean by that? Like a feeling of like regret, or because for me after surgery, like there was no better feeling because I knew I finally achieved what I wanted to achieve. Because I was terrified to have surgery because that was my first surgery that I've ever had in my entire life. Not related to regret. I don't think I had a crash after surgery. Nice Naruto shirt. Thank you. How do you cope with all the negativity? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm a perfect human being. There's always going to be somebody just trying to bug me and get under my skin. So if I give them a reaction, then they win. So there's no point in giving reactions to people that are only trying to hurt your feelings just because they're bored or because they're going through something in their personal life, so they take it out on others. So I never let other people's words get to me. I've been influencing and speaking on my transition for 6 years now, and I don't know. I just never let other people's words get to me and get in between me and my transition, because at the end of the day, I'm dying with myself. They're not dying with me. They don't have to live my journey with me. All they gotta do is click away from what I post. How old were you when you found out you were trans? I was about. So I've known that I was trans without knowing I was trans since I was like 6, but I knew and I learned the definition of being transgender when I was in 11th grade. So about 16 or 17 years old. What are you most happy with after taking T? Definitely bottom growth. I know TMI. And probably facial hair, Adam's apple, deeper voice, the whole thing. Honestly, the whole thing. Like, I can't imagine my life any other way. I forgot a big one. Definitely losing my menstrual cycle. That was probably the best thing since sliced bread. Even more love from Texas. Thank you. How hard was it to get on hormone replacement therapy? In the state of New York, it wasn't that hard at all. I had to go to therapy for a few weeks, just long enough for them to say that I was fit for the job, and they wrote me a letter. I sent it to an endocrinologist. By doing that, I just went on Google, looked up local trans friendly doctors, and yeah, I just brought my letter there. They took my, like your height, weight, and made sure you were healthy. And from there, you were able to start. So the process was actually very easy. Do you lose your period after T? So I guess I learned this recently. Not every transgender person loses their period, but the majority, yes, we do. And when I started taking hormones, they told me from the bat that that was going to be one of the first things to go away. So, like, I guess testosterone is supposed to make it stop, but there are some transgender men who just may have higher estrogen levels to where the testosterone alone will not make it go away. But for me, I was lucky enough to where testosterone did the trick. That person said they lost it immediately. So yeah, for me, I didn't lose it immediately though. I lost it after like 8 months. Some people will lose it right after their first shot, and some people will never lose it no matter how long they're on testosterone. You'll have to have a hysterectomy to completely lose it. What was the first change you experienced when starting T, or the most shocking? The first change that I noticed was my voice. It definitely started cracking after like the first 2 weeks. And then I would say bottom growth happened after the first, like, honestly, after the first shot. Do you think people can transition at any age, like 8 or 12, or is that too early? Personally, I don't recommend it. I just think that your body should naturally do whatever it's got to do because that's how you were born. And I don't really know, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know the effects that it could have on somebody so young. But overall, I'm pretty sure you can be pretty young. Usually, they put you on hormone blockers before they start giving you the opposite hormone because you aren't even really producing hormones like that anyway. So they're not going to put you on a hormone at like 6 years old so you start growing a beard. So, yeah, hormone blockers, you can be put on those pretty early. Have a nice time, guys. Bye. Have a nice life. You too. Love you. Have an amazing day. Thank you. Tattoo tour, please. I can show you the ones that are visible, but I have some on my legs and my stomach that I'm not gonna get up. But this one is a crown and my niece and little sister's initials. This one is the date that I started testosterone in Roman numerals. Um, this is my nephew's initial. His name is Ace, so I got the card Ace and then another crown. As you can see, I love crowns. And then this one is stay true. And that's just always been a quote that I've said when I started testosterone because stay true to yourself, don't live for anybody else. And then I have a transgender symbol on my hip. I have a palm tree on the back of my leg because I'm Jamaican and I like palm trees. And I think that is it. No, I'm definitely lying. My most recent one is on my thigh, and it's of the um, what is it called? The drama masks that you see in like the theater where like one's happy and one's sad because a lot of my life has been like very depression filled, so I like to describe my life as like having a smile but like behind closed doors being very sad. I know, depressing, but I try not to live that way anymore, but I definitely wanted to put that on my body. I was about to mention hormone blockers, but they start hormone therapy at like 15, 16, earliest is 14. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they're not going to have you start a hormone if you're not even producing a hormone to begin with. So usually if you're really young, they'll just put you on blockers so that you don't produce whatever it is that you're not trying to produce. Where's the nart? I don't think I'm going to get any ink of anime. Come to Brazil. That would be fun. When I get top surgery, I'm going to get vine tattoos over the scars. I love tattoos so much. That sounds pretty dope. Do you still get misgendered by your family or parents? How do you deal with it? Yes, I do. Um, so my dad's not in the picture. He's irrelevant. But my mom, yes, she does. So she's kind of weird with it. She accepts me. She had no issue with me transitioning. She let me use her insurance through her job to have my top surgery and do all that stuff. So she had no problem with it. But she has an issue with calling me the right pronouns and calling me by my desired name, unfortunately. And it's to the point where I'm just so over trying where it is what it is. I try not to let it bother me. It does bother me, but I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to be patient, but I did make it known that when I start having children and when I'm around my girlfriend's son, that she has to call me the right pronouns and the right name because I don't want him to know yet. Me and my girlfriend, there's just going to be a time and a place where we tell him. And then whenever I have my own kids as well, I want it to be on my timing when they know. So she at least knows to respect it in that way, but when it's just like her and I, she just doesn't do it right. Do you have trans community near you? Any suggestions? I do not. So unfortunately, I live in upstate New York, and there's not a lot going on over here. It kind of sucks, which is why I talk online because I feel like I can relate to people online more than I can in person. So my mom hates when I bring up the fact that I want tattoos. So far, I made 2 tattoo designs for others. Well, it's your body. I feel like she'll get over it. My mom doesn't care for tattoos either. How do you deal with being trans in the work, life, and jobs? So, I hate to use the word passing, but people say I pass So I don't have any issues at work. Like, I have to actively tell someone I'm transgender. Otherwise, they don't know. So work is very, very easy. But I will say my name is not legally changed, nor is my gender mark. And that's another story for another time. But yeah, so when I get hired at jobs and stuff, I have to tell them the cringy backstory of my life, but it only goes as far as the HR department. Anyone down from that, they don't tell. So I pretty much am able to be stealth in the work environment. The only people that end up knowing is the HR department. How are you, and how do you think you are as a person? And hi, I'm Carly. Hello, Carly. I'm doing well, and how do I think I'm as a person? I think I'm a decent person. I would like to think that. How hard was it to come out? It was kind of hard, but like not because of other people. It was just me and my own battles of worrying about what others were gonna think about it. Do you play Skyrim? No, I do not. I'm in the process of name change for New York State. What part of New York do you live in? I have like 11 stick and pokes, but I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. I don't have any of those. I kind of want one though. Uh, I want to come out next year. I'm 16 and will be a junior in high school. My family isn't supportive. Any advice? Um, I get this question a lot. It's hard for me to give advice because I didn't deal with it in that way. But I will say, if you don't feel safe at home to where you don't know if you can come out, then personally I would wait because you're at the home stretch to when you can make your own decisions. I would hate for anyone to put themselves in the position where they come out and then they're homeless or something. So if you're fearful in that way, then I would just hold off. And at the end of the day, you know who you are. Nobody else really needs to know at the moment. But if you're in an environment where you don't have to worry about being kicked out or something, then I say just go for it. Tell them how you really feel. They may not be on board in the beginning, but if you are consistent in who you are and just keep proving your point, then eventually they'll come around. Currently, I'm in the city, but I'll probably be moving soon depending on work. Oh, okay. You're about 3 hours from me then. I came out as pansexual and haven't told anyone but my brother, mom, and friend. Any help or advice? I say when it comes to, for me, when it comes to sexuality, honestly, well, for identity, obviously, you're gonna have to come out because nobody's gonna know how to properly address you unless you come out. But when it comes to sexuality, I don't think you should have to come out. Just whoever you like is who you like, and whoever you bring home is who you bring home. I don't like the idea of having to come out about like your sexuality. When did you socially transition? Right after high school. Pretty much where I was able to just restart my life without people knowing me. Because I went to college right after high school, so I knew in college I wanted to just be who I really was. Keep doing you, and thank you for helping our community. I support you, and thank you for helping younger generation. Thank you. What are you? Um, like my sexuality? My sexuality is pansexual. Being trans in Texas is so hard because government keeps trying to issue it as a child abuse. If you go on hormone as a teenager, I'm 16 and just want to transition so bad. Yeah, I heard about that. That is horrible. And personally, I don't think that little situation will be happening much longer. Um, it is unfortunate though, but just hang in there. And I mean, you're already 16, so you don't have that much time left before you can make your own decision regardless. My mom likes to know what I identify as what my sexuality. My mom is a demigirl and she is pan, so she supports me. I'm also a demigirl and a lesbian. Oh, okay. Well, that's great that you have support and somebody that can relate. So coming out for you, I would imagine, was probably a lot easier because you knew that regardless you had the support. Can I ask your state, not city, just state? New York. I will go as far as to tell you I'm in upstate New York. So not by the city. I'm farther up. What's up? Just subscribe to your channel. Thank you. Yo, Kyle, I have a quick question. Is it safe to have both top and bottom surgery at the same time? I've been thinking about it, but I don't know if it's safe. So, personally, I wouldn't do it, but there's actually someone I follow on TikTok, a trans woman, and she had her top and bottom surgery at the same time. I think it varies person to person, just depends how good your body can heal. But if I were to make the decision, I would not do it at the same time because it's a lot of, like, it's a lot of stuff for your body. Do you have Instagram so your supporters can follow you? Yes, I do. My Instagram is. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. I gotta remember this. Like, I don't understand why I can't remember. My Instagram is underscore Prince Kyle 25 underscore. If anyone wants to write that in the. I don't know if I can write it. Can I write it? No. Can I ask your age? I'm 27. I'll be 28 this August. So yeah, my Instagram is underscore Prince Kyle 25 underscore. But yeah, guys, I don't mean to keep doing that. Sorry. I'm getting really old. And it's so unfortunate because it's like I started my transition when I was like 21. So it's crazy to think like I'm already 27. I'm no longer that youthful trans advocate. Now I'm getting, now I'm like, I'm getting up there. Like it's so crazy when people, like the younger transgender people, like reach out to me and they're like, "Yeah, like I just turned 19, da la la," and I'm like, "I'm 27. You're still a baby." I don't feel like a baby. I feel old. I'm not LGBT, but I really support LGBT people. You are also brave. Thank you so much, and thank you for being an ally. How was telling your parents about who you are and what do you? Uh, that hurt my brain. Uh, where'd it go? Do they support you? My mom supports me. She just has a hard time with the pronouns and stuff. My dad's not really a part of my life, so his opinion is irrelevant. Really old. I am really old. Sorry if I'm somewhat offensive. How did your parents act or react when you came out? My mom, I feel like my mom knew. I've always like acted this way my entire life. And that's the one thing about like some parents who like get so offended when their kid comes out as trans because they really be acting like they lost a child when like we've acted the same way mentally and like we carried ourselves the same way, we just weren't allowed to like physically look the way we felt inside. So it's like they act like our old self is just like being killed off, and it's like we are still the same person, we just want the outside to look how we feel on the inside. But yeah. What's the best age to transition your body? There is no right age. It's really when you think you're ready. Obviously, you shouldn't do it at the age of 4, but there's no like specific age that's like any better than a different age. There's people that transition from 16 years old all the way to like 85. But again, it would make more sense. Obviously, somebody who is 20, it's better for them to do it than someone who's 85, but you still have every right to, as long as your body is fit and the doctor says you're fit to do it. We love you. Thank you. Yeah, the person transitioning is still the same person. I don't get why people don't understand that. Exactly. It's like you're not losing your child. If anything, you're gaining a happier one. Hi from London, UK. What's up? My mom goes, I have to grieve your name. Parents are so dramatic. Like, what the heck? Having to hide my happiness when it comes to my sexuality is hard. My significant other has to do the same thing. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you guys should not have to do that. Every parent knows exactly. When do you think you want to have kids? Right now. You look good for 27. Yes, come through. You doing everything right. And don't let no one put you down and make you feel less than. You are powerful. Thank you. I have a long time to wait. I'm 13. I gotta wait till I'm 18, but I'm not sure if I want to transition that soon in adulthood. Honestly, only you will know exactly when the timing's right. Definitely take your time, and there's nothing wrong with questioning it and like not knowing what you want to do. Like you said, you're only 13. You got a little bit to go. I'm scared to come out to my parents. It can be scary, but I mean, no one knows your family better than you do, so you'll know exactly when the time is right to tell them. Hi, I'm 13 and I get to start T in 7 months. That is awesome. I wish I got to start a lot younger. That would have been cool. I wish I got to start before puberty, or I wish I got to start the blockers. Are you religious? I'm gonna say no. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, why are you wearing a cross? Well, just because I think it looks cool. But no, I would say at this point in time, I'm not. Would I like to believe in a God? 110%. And sometimes there are days where I do, but I am more on the path of like manifestation just because there's no evil behind it, because there's not evil people pretending they know exactly how it goes. So it's more free, if that makes sense. I think I'm bi-gender. I don't know what that is. What's bi-gender? I think you're really inspirational. Thank you. I'm 28, trans woman, and starting T meds at a year and a half ago. I started real late. It's never too late, my friend. My parents think I'm changing. Nothing about my personality is changing. The only thing that's changing is my love and interest, my sexuality. But I'm waiting until I'm 18 to come out, and I'm only 16 at the moment. Why do they think you're changing? I think it's just a hard pill for your parents to swallow. And again, they'll come around. Just give them some time. My best friend came out as trans to his mom, and before his mom was cool with me being trans, almost. But she thinks that it's a different story when her son comes out. That's weird. Workout routine. I don't really have a workout routine. I try and always hit my arms just because it's my favorite muscle group. So I always make sure I do at least 100 push-ups 3 times a week, and I do pull-ups. I usually try and hit some cardio 1 day a week, and then my 9 to 5 job is pretty labor intense, so I'm always up on my feet. I'm always getting my steps in, and that's pretty much my workout routine. Every now and then I'll go to the gym, but not so much. My name is Abby. My parents are homophobic, and I don't know what to do. Help me, and I'm bisexual. So if you feel that by you coming out would put you in danger, I don't advise you say anything until you can move out and be safe. If you are not fearful of your parents kicking you out, then I would just, I don't know, I would just come out. I would just try it. Because at the end of the day, if they love you, they'll come around. And as long as you are consistent with telling them you are who you are, then I don't see why they wouldn't come around to it. My besties love you all. Thank you for answering my questions. You're welcome. My mom knows I'm gay. My grandma knows I'm gay, but both of them think they are the only ones that know. I don't know how to tell them both. That's kind of funny. You should just like sit them down at dinner one day and just tell them. I'm very fearful. I'm only 13. You have a lot of time, I promise you. And it's okay to be fearful. Just keep educating yourself with who you want to be and learning, and just make sure that it's the right fit for you. There's so many times where people will ask me, or not ask me, so many times where people will comment on my stuff and say, you need to stop talking about being transgender. You need to stop teaching children this. And it's like, I'm not teaching them anything. If a kid is going to be trans, they're going to be trans regardless of what I say. Like, I'm not literally walking them into the hormone replacement therapy doctor and saying, now go transition. Like, everybody is capable of doing their own things. I'm not trying to persuade anyone into doing anything. I just want to be a face for those who think this may be what they want to do, so they know how to go about it and know that I'm walking proof that, like, it's okay. Like, I'm just as normal as the next person. Gotta go, bro. All right, nice live, by the way. I love you. I love you too. Make sure to stop in more often, because I'm going to be on here more often. Thank you so much for reading my comment, of course. Because I'm straight, people call me homophobic. What do I do? That is horrible. I don't know why anyone would do that. There's nothing wrong with being straight. You can be straight and be an ally. So I don't know why anyone would say that. Honestly, just ignore those people. They sound dumb. I get bullied just because I'm lesbian. I'm fighting back, but it doesn't work. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I get called Lord of Ugly Names at school for being trans and pan, and I don't know what to do. I have told teachers, principals, and no one... Sorry, guys, the comments are going too fast. No one seems to care. What should I do? Are you out at home? Like, are you able to tell your parents? Because your parents can bring legal action into it if you going to the principal hasn't been working. Because it definitely should have been taken care of when you brought it to the teacher and principal's attention. At what age did you identify or find the term? 16. What do you think of non-binary people? They are just as valid as trans men and trans women. I'm not non-binary, and my opinion can only go as far as to know what it is, because I don't identify that way. So, but I know they're just as valid as my identity. You are the first adult I feel has ever heard me, and it makes me feel hell a lot better. Aw, thank you. I'm 16. What should I do? Oh, I must have missed a comment. Gotta go, bro. Keep making lives. I definitely will. And thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry for everyone who doesn't have a safe space in school. I agree. Like, but it's so much easier said than done. But like, cause I've already lived the whole high school years, and high school is just a cruel era. Like, kids are just bullies because they can be, and because they think they're funny, they think they're cute and quirky. And it's like, I wish I could tell all the youth, like all the children who are dealing with bullies, that it gets, well, there's still adult bullies too, but as an adult, you just learn to not care. And it's easier said than done. Like, I can tell a bunch of kids until they're blue, or until I'm blue in the face, that it doesn't matter. But I know, like, if your feelings are hurt, your feelings are hurt. But kids are just evil. And it's like, you just have to just let them talk their crap. You got to remember, they may be going through things at home. They could be getting abused at home. Anything could be happening for them to act the way they're acting towards you. So you just have to just brush it off and just keep pushing. Be exactly who you are. They'll come around. They may be even the same way internally and just don't want to admit it. So they're making fun of people who are out. because they can't be out yet. So there's a list of reasons why kids are bullies. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I've always just tried to look at it in other perspectives. They think they're cute and quirky. Literally though, like they really think they're cute and quirky, and it's like, all right, we get it. I'm trans too. Love you, man. Love you as well. At my school, we have a gay lunch group, and I just hate to think some kids don't have that. Yeah, I didn't have that growing up. We had like LGBTQ like gr- uh, groups after school, but we didn't have like lunch tables and stuff. I have friends and my significant other who is also trans that support me. I just hope that eventually I can come out to my parents and they still support me. I think they'll support you. Kyle, you're probably the most supportive person on LGBTQ. Thank you. And there are a lot of us out there, I promise you. There are. My school has an alliance club. It's super cool. Yeah, that's kind of what we had. But I was not a part of it because I was too shy. And I didn't know exactly who I was yet. Hello, Malin Studios. Just sub today. Respectfully, I didn't believe that you're trans until I watched your other videos. Definitely a handsome man. Thank you. Yeah, there's people that just don't think I'm really trans. I've gotten told that I'm faking it, and it's like, nope, I wouldn't do that. It's every Thursday, and our counselors run it. That's awesome. Gotta go, love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Make sure to stop in more lives. I'm gonna get off here in a second, too. My dad thinks that I have to be straight to be trans. I'm bi, like guys, a whole lot more. He yells at me and punches on my chest, causing lots of chest dysphoria because I still have some growth. Well, that sounds very abusive, and I'm not gonna say what you should or shouldn't do, but abuse should not be tolerated at all. And I do think that you should seek help in that way. And you definitely don't have to be straight to be trans. I get that all the time too when I tell people, like, oh, I still like guys. And it's like, you don't have to be straight to be trans because gender and sexuality don't equal each other. Like, that's like saying, okay, if there's a gay man, he has to transition to be a woman so that it's a straight relationship. Like, it doesn't correlate. Yes. I gotta go, but I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, and you've helped me so much better and more accepted. Love you. Thank you. My ex would always get mad at me for not telling him I was pan. He figured it out when we broke up. Who's in the right and who's in the wrong? Your ex is definitely in the wrong. You don't have to necessarily come out to anybody if you don't want to. Now, if you were like cheating and being with somebody who they didn't know, then you would be in the wrong. But if you just didn't tell them that part yet, I don't really see that as being an issue. I've been following you for a while, and I just wanted to say I have been struggling with people calling me my dead name, and I told them today to respect my new name. Even I sometimes get that where people just can't respect it. I'm waiting for the day that my birth name gets leaked on here, like on social media, and people just start being dumb. But it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like, people are just doing it out of ignorance. You should start doing more lives. I'm gonna try for sure. I wanted to come on yesterday, but I guess you had to like download it, and I didn't know. So I will definitely try and come on here more. My mom and dad were not supportive at first, but I showed them this live, and they watched it, and they changed. They were just watching this live? That's awesome. I feel bad for my best friend because she wanted to be trans, but she doesn't know if she wants to go to he pronouns because people might bully her for it. Um, I mean, in reality, they may bully them for it, but I think the earlier you adjust to the pronouns, the quicker you can get past the bullying stage. But at the end of the day, they have to do it when they think it's right. Like when they're ready to do it is when they're gonna do it. Someone called me lesbian trash once. I'm a boy, still look like a girl. Plus I'm pan. Screw those haters. They don't matter, I promise. Hi, I just wanted to say you were one of my greatest comfort. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm definitely gonna try and come on here more often. That was good. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. You're gonna make me cry. You're so nice. Aw, thank you. I try. Trust me, I try. My friend... Ooh, I drank that way too fast. Mm. My burp is stuck. There it is. My friend, her parents had her and made her change her gender at the age of 3 or something. Her parents wanted her to change her identity she doesn't want. She isn't allowed to have a... That's crazy. Some of these stories are really crazy. Hi, I found your videos yesterday. They really helped me find comfort in accepting who I am. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Honestly, guys, too, like, let me know some video ideas because I don't want to say I'm coming into, like, a rut of knowing what to post, but, like, I am kind of coming into a rut. And, yeah, just let me know in, like, the comments under old videos or even, like, right now, like, what other kind of videos you would want to see. Because, yeah. And, again, there will be weeks where I post twice a week. It really just depends on how much time I got going during the week, but I would like to post twice a week, but I need some help. Hi, do you play any video games? What do you like to do? No, I'm not really in the games. I love to work out. I like to go hiking. I like to go fishing. I like to go out to eat and work on my social media. I love that you only have 19 viewers and you still try hard and do this for us. Thanks, man. Of course. And honestly, the less people in here, the easier it is because I can get to most of your questions. Whereas other lives that have like 300, 400, 3,000 plus people, it just ends up being the person staring at the camera and just watching everybody type away. Whereas this, it's more personable. I can actually talk to you guys. Cool, I like hiking too. Yep. I post edits on my channel. Can I make one of you? Of course. I would love that. Just tag me in it, and yeah, that would be pretty cool. I gotta go. Just say you helped me. It's my sister. A ton of people out there. Thank you, and thank you for supporting me. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing it. But I think I'm gonna get off of here too. I just kind of wanted to try this out today. I've already been on here for 40 minutes. I'll answer this last question or statement. I'm trying to grow my channel, but it's not been doing well lately. I noticed for me, what's helped my channel a lot is making YouTube shorts. So basically, what I post on my TikTok, I'll also post on here, and I noticed that helped out my channel a lot. So I don't know if you have a TikTok, but yeah, I think that would help your channel a lot. That's a good idea. I'll look into that. All right. Thank you guys for coming into my live. To the person that asked if they could do an edit of me, I think that'd be dope. I love edits personally. They're cool. They're great. And yeah, I found you through the shorts. Yeah. So if you're trying to grow your channel, I'm telling you, YouTube Shorts will help you. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next live.